I don't know why I'm depressed. Hi, it's Gosia, sociologist and psychotherapist. I want to share with you today more tips around mental health. Um, you see, it's often very hard to get to know why we are feeling in a certain way. And also, I noticed with some of my clients, they were coming and saying, I simply don't know why I'm depressed. I have a good life. I just don't know where it comes from. And first of all, it's good to understand that many of our previous decisions, they have a consequence of in our mental health to date. Because some of the decisions around relationships, of not fighting for our honor, for our dignity, for our rights, can like accumulate over time. So if I was not happy in my relationship, but I made this decision, I will stay either for the sake of the children, or because I just don't know if someone just like him is going to come my way soon enough. So I make certain compromises, although I didn't feel respected or loved or fulfilled in this relationship. So that might be one of the examples that because I did something that was against all of my or some of my values at that moment, I just lost a bit of respect for myself, or I just start to agree on the treatment that was not good for me. It was not compatible to what I think I deserve. So over time, I just feel like less and less and less happy, and then it accumulates. Like you just put like a spoon of salt into like a big gallon of water. You might not feel the taste of that it's salty immediately, but after a while you will just not be able to drink it. So the depression can be accumulation of a certain type of discomfort over time. It can be also manifest at some point because of the tucked in emotions. So I decide I'm not going to react emotionally towards something that is hurtful for me. So I decide that although I feel anger, although I feel jealousy, although I feel sadness, but especially anger, I'm not going to show it. So that's why there's also the danger in like this kind of fake spirituality, when you're just not showing anger, but you're actually having this anger and you just like cultivate it unconsciously. Eventually it can be too much and you can explode. You can explode into like a raging scenario, or you can implode in the form of depression, mental breakdown, or something like that. So why I'm saying it now, because it's important in every decisions we are making in our life. You might think that this one relationship or this one situation will not affect me in the long run, but it can, because it might become a pattern for you to not standing up to yourself, not experiencing emotions that you naturally have, and since you are a human, you are to experience them and hopefully learn to master them, learn to listen to them, because some of them, they are just messages from within, like do it or don't do it, or like happy, not happy, that if you neglect, if you don't think it's not important to listen, after a while can really deflate you. And this process might actually give you disorder, we call it, but some discomfort in the way of you leave. So it might create some depressive thoughts, it might create anxieties, panic attacks even. some of so you see, like a small decision. I'm not going to stand up to myself. I'm not going to show anger. I'm not going to go into this all of this range of emotions. It's just too much. It's too much work. It's too much energy right now to start to understand what is happening in here. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to, shuffle it under the carpet. It's like, yeah, maybe it works for a weekend. I'm not going to clean today, but in terms of all your life, or at least even few years, can make huge difference. Believe me. It can give you this sense like, oh, I can shuffle this one as well, and this one as well. And, if you don't clean for a few years, your carpet will look like that. The same with your emotions. So, conclusion: pay attention to your emotions, value your emotions. These are your compassionate messages from within. And depression doesn't come out of nothing, nor the anxiety, mental breakdowns, but they also don't need to happen if you pay attention to the messages from within. And I hope you do that. I wish you all the best.